From one kick to the other, Africa's football stories continue to inspire many, which is why Football Planet seeks to bring you those stories. Hello and welcome to Football Planet here on Africanews with me, Juliet Bawuah. So we've got a packed show for you today. We'll talk about the African representation in the UEFA Champions League with a celebrated Cameroonian star. We'll also hear from DR Congo and AS Vita Club coach Florent Ibenge. But first, our quote of the week. And this week, his team are deservedly within touch and distance of the EPL title, and it's only right our quote of the week put him in focus. Riyad Mahrez. The wait for the Foxes continues. The African trio Mahrez and Mate Schlopp will have to wait before they can be crowned champions. They just need 2 points. As the UEFA Champions League deciders take place Tuesday and Wednesday, Africa's remaining representation will seek a berth at the final.
The likes of Atletico's Partey, Manchester City's Bony, Yaya and Kelechi have history to create. At stake is an opportunity to etch their names in the good books of global football. With the first leg done and dusted, and with each vision for a final shaping up, they have it all to play for in the return legs. Of the quartet, Bony and Yaya seem experienced. Toure is back in training after missing the first leg due to injury. He will be hoping to recover in time for Wednesday's clash. With a goal per minute record this good, you certainly wouldn't bet against Kelechi putting that right on Wednesday night. For youngsters Partey and Kelechi, a final glory should be a definite icing on the cake.
Now joining us is celebrated Cameroonian star Patrick Mboma. We ask him which African players he is placing his bet on for the UEFA Champions League glory. We speak also team chances. Mboma, thank you so much for joining me here on Football Planet.
Hello.
Well, I'm asking you, which of the African players who have made it to this stage so far has impressed you?
It's not like at the 8th time when you have some players in final. So I won't say that I was so impressed by the African players playing for the UEFA Champions League. A lot of players have done good job in their leagues and in other competitions. I'm thinking about Mahrez, Aubameyang. But this year is not a very, very good year for the top African players, I would say.
And you talked about Mahrez. How well do you think he will fare in his first season in the Champions League? Depending
where he will play. Because nothing says that he will stay in Leicester, but depending where he will play, even in Leicester, I think he will do a great job.
Sure. Thank you very much for joining us here on Football Planet, Patrick. Thank you so much. I've been speaking with Cameroonian legend and 2000 African Player of the Year winner, Patrick Mboma there. Moving on to other stories now, and Florent Ibenge, coach of DR Congo and club AS Vita, is living the Champions League dream. He has qualified his club to the last 8 of the CAF Champions League, and he has been speaking about his achievements.
Our goal was to get into the quarterfinals. We did it. We're happy. We are among the 8 teams that remain at the African level. We know the quarterfinal stage because we reached that level 2 years ago. It's simple. We have 4 teams per pool. You need to be first or second in order to qualify for the semi-finals. So we are participating with the intention of emerging either first or second.
The draw will take place on May 24. To women's football now, and the first edition of the National Women Football Championship in Mali kicked off over the weekend, and 12 clubs are competing for 22 days in view of being crowned champions. Our correspondent, Juliet Bawuah, came through with this report.
Mali is organizing the first ever Women National Football League in the country's history. This will present players from the 12 competing teams with a chance to pursue professional careers.
It will be an opportunity for many of us to get contracts to go play in Europe. It's possible because the scouts come to watch us play.
The championship is funded by the Malian Football Federation and FIFA. FIFA subsidizes women football, she says. Every year on the subsidy that FIFA made to all affiliated federations, it requires that 15% of these are to be exclusively dedicated to the development of women football. It's only been 18 million per year paid quarterly. The league will be played in a round-robin format where each team will meet every other team in turn.
This week has seen some incredible showings in the world of football. We have created all for you just up in our tidbits. Interesting news there. Years ago, he became the soul and heart of a nation coming out of fresh water. Today, he still inspires many through a sport that made him a global icon. Liberian star George Weah makes it to our Legends Corner this week. We salute our legends on the continent. So it's a wrap from us here. Glad you made time to watch us on Football Planet. Continue to live the African football dream. We are your reference point for everything that has to do with football. And stay interactive via our social media handle at Africanews on Twitter and www.africanews.com. So from the entire team here at Africanews, we say thank you for watching and stay on side. My name is Juliet Bawuah.